SVG's Kristian Hernandez here. I'd like to welcome Andrew Searle, Sales Manager of IO Industries. Andrew, how you doing, sir?
Pretty good. How about yourself, Kristian?
Doing well. Where are you coming from today?
I'm coming from my home, working from home here in London, Ontario. Yeah.
Nice. Okay. I feel like a show host asking everyone where they're coming from, but cool.
Yeah.
Hope you're staying safe out there.
Yeah, indeed. You as well.
Thank you. So obviously, IO Industries is a big player in POV cameras. You guys have started to go into volumetric capture. I know over in Europe, you guys were big players in their volumetric capture of the 148th Open Championship in golf. Besides that, any other new product releases or announcements that IO Industries has up their sleeve?
Yeah, I mean, we're continually growing and innovating our camera technology. Just like you said, big camera stuff that we get into is POV cameras. I've got a couple here to play with, of course, while I'm at home. So this is our sort of flagship 4K mini camera. So it's a POV camera. You can fit it in places that you just can't put bigger cameras into, but it puts out, true 12G, 4K video at 60 frames a second. We kind of come from a background that's got sort of aerospace and military input. So our stuff's really rugged. It's meant to be, out there and surviving tough environments. And that's really played well into the broadcast market as well for us. So it's our cameras running into some places where other cameras, may fall apart or that kind of thing.
Sure. You mentioned durability. Obviously, you're seeing POV cameras go in helmets for IndyCar, helmets in NASCAR, umpire helmets for baseball. Any other trends you're kind of seeing to try to, improve both the quality of the product and the delivering of the video quality?
Yeah, just with where they're headed also, we're seeing a lot being used in pylons. So on the edges of, games, they're going to get hit, they're going to get rolled over by big guys, and they got to be able to stand up and work right away, once they're stood back up. So that's another area we're seeing. It's kind of coming along with, the general trend I think we've seen, which is more and more different views of the game that you can tap into, whether that's going to be streamed through different, transmission mediums or just being given as extra replay views in the broadcast. They want more and more views across the game to see what's happened, not just the primary camera guy, right? So we're kind of getting in there with the POV cams. With the volumetric capture stuff, I mean, that just adds another layer of interactivity and immersion, bringing in AR and VR stuff. So with that, we get into using our cameras in a capture studio where they'll capture, a player or something from all angles and turn that into a 3D model that can then be replayed from all different directions. And that's what we saw with the Open Championship.
Sure. In terms of size of those POVs, do you see them getting any smaller without any sacrificing any video quality, anything along those lines?
Yeah, I don't think anyone's ever asked us to build a bigger camera. I think everyone's only ever said, it's kind of good in this dimension, but can you make it smaller in this way? So we've got some, unique ways that we can reposition some of the boards, and we've done that for some people to make the cameras fit into a different size and shape. But definitely getting smaller and smaller without compromising on the quality is where we're headed. There's definitely some others out there that are much smaller than ours. But we're trying to still go after, the best possible image quality and make it easily something you can cut between the main camera and ours and not really notice the difference.
Sounds great. Obviously, POVs are always a big part of the broadcast, and we're looking forward to IO Industries being included into more broadcasts. So, Andrew, thanks for taking the time today, and stay safe out there, okay?
Absolutely. You too. Talk to you soon.
Thank you. All right. So for more editions of this SportsTech On Demand, be sure to check our YouTube channel as well as our website at sportsvideo.org.